have time. So there's tournaments we have squad strike or we have doubles. We have some weird kind of tournament, but actually a futsal tournament. That's so weird. Okay, so it's gonna be a Bowser instead of a hero against the Bowser Jr.
Father versus son.
Yeah, Morden. Yeah.
Okay, so that means that actually that small stage might not be as big of a problem. Bowser getting in is enormous, and small battlefield seems to be doing the job. Now the thing that you have to keep in mind is that Bowser is enormously big. He has tough guy, but he is not going to escape those upper combos easily at that point. He is going to be stuck in them a lot, and those long-lasting hitboxes off stage can really ruin him with that recovery. So it's gonna be a dangerous game for him to off stage. So Rabyus wants to get that center stage, I presume, and stay there, because this does not look like a good off stage situation for him. But he's doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, Rabyus is just holding her first stock just quite well. He just has to be really careful for those off-stage situations, as you said. And StepCat is just gonna have to deal with a more grounded Bowser that I expect. They have smashed quite not connecting, and Rabyus saved his life for now.
Oh man, he got lucky.
Yeah,
it's the first game and we're already got lucky. It happens sometimes. Luckily, that forward smash has a very low end lag, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, but gets hit by the Mecha Koopa. No double jump there, and the cannon is going to catch him like a butterfly. And the first stock for StepCat here with a beautiful edge guard.
Yeah, there was not much that Rabyus could do. The air dodge was gone, so he didn't have jump as well, so there was no chance that he could get back. The bowling ball, the cannonball, just doing the job and taking the first stock. But I'm seeing a really interesting stuff by Rabyus. A little bit over aggression by the Bowser player, but it's really difficult to get into Bowser Jr. defense as such a slow character as Bowser.
Yeah, like you need those raw hits at one point. Yeah, like you can go for the side B, but against Bowser Jr. those aerials do stuff you out on that point, so you kind of have to get a raw hit. And for Bowser that can be difficult, because getting a raw hit and against Bowser Jr. does mean you're also in range for those disjoints of his, like forward, like upper, and that can start a big combo. And currently StepCat is lapping Rabyus in percentage, and as I say that, he gets down air, but luckily he survived.
Another one, not too framing this time, but that's gonna be the stock. Great conversion. I mean, great whiff punish by Rabyus getting that first stock. 128%, 141, but provided that he survives this, which is likely, he's gonna have to. StepCat's gonna have to deal with the Bowser with rage, and I don't know what's scarier. facing Jason on one of their nightmares, or facing Bowser with rage. I don't know what's harder.
Bowser with rage certainly is a very hard opponent to face, but we already saw earlier in the game those edge rush situations where Bowser just kind of is there. He does have the forward air to stuff something out, but that's a one-time ticket, you know. That's like you can do it once in an edge guard situation, and then you kind of have to accept that you're going to get hit by something. And that makes Bowser Jr. such a scary force off stage, as we're going to go to center stage still. And Rabyus trying to get in with a forward air conversion there, and meanwhile StepCat just says, "This is my conversion, baby!"
Oh, and lucky for Rabyus, StepCat didn't quite connect that back air. It would have put Rabyus on the really bad spot. As you were saying, the child teaching the father lesson right here. Rabyus is struggling a lot, and he's off stage once more. This could be the end.
Oh, he almost tries to get cheeky.
That's going to be the end, though.
Luckily, he does not get that, but still dies. Let's just pretend he hit that. Let's just pretend.
I mean, he avoided the clip, at least, you know?
He avoided the clip.
You know, sometimes it's not about winning, it's about sending a message. But StepCat wasn't able to send the message there.
Yeah.
So really convincing first game by the German player. As we said, we're sitting on the Netherlands. Small battlefield may be too small for Bowser to have ground, but I don't see a bigger stage working for Bowser either, because big character, slow character, and Bowser Jr. just can't just circle cam you. Oh, FD.
The thing I was going to say is that Bowser got stuck on platforms a lot on that stage. Like once he got up for upper, it's like, I can't properly land for like 10 seconds. But we're going to go to FD. Don't care about the Bowser anymore. There's a whole different story, because we have a Mewtwo coming in. Rabyus not only switching stage, but also giving a new character a shot. Let's see how this is going to work out. This is going to be a lot more defensive, I presume, from Rabyus. There is no reason to really hard engage against Bowser Jr. at this point.
Yeah, Mewtwo being a really cool, I think, overlooked character. Besides the fact that his tail has also a. I mean, the tail has also a hurt box, and that really messes up with the character a little bit. The character should be really strong, provided that he didn't have the tail Hermès. But luckily for the players that are having to fight against Mewtwo, the tail Hermès just really destroys a little bit the character. We will see the Mecha Koopa connect twice. The Rabyus is just struggling a little bit to get back to the stage, as he did with Bowser. And StepCat has been untouched. This could be a 0 to death, and the backer sealing it. Good stuff by StepCat.
Yeah, that looks so clean, and that's kind of Mewtwo in this is fans. Like, what are you gonna do if Bowser Jr. keeps that distance from you? It's kind of, you need to find an answer to do that, but you don't want to extend your hitbox so much that you get hit by another Bowser Jr. projectile. Now does find a small opening, but does actually instantly lose it. Kind of not sure what to do at that point, it seems.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little bit lost in the matchup as well. He's just getting grabbed a ton and getting those up tilt conversions, those upper conversions, and that's not good against Bowser Jr. You don't want to be on top of him, and it looks like Rabyus doesn't know the matchup. The hammer almost getting the second stock, and it's looking really rough for the Mewtwo.
Yeah, it's looking really rough. You also need to imagine that you go from the heaviest character in the game to one of the lightest. That also might change up some things in your mind. But it just looks like he doesn't really have any answer for the pressure that StepCat just gets to throw out at this point. Like, he doesn't really have to keep track of what Rabyus is doing, what kind of projectiles does he have, how far he's shadow ball at this point. But that beautiful backer is not going to be the stock, though. Beautiful dodge there from StepCat. Gets to try again, though, with that recovery. And gets that tech. And the explosion of the clown card is going to send Rabyus down there, but that spike...
He's mad. He's mad.
That spike is so frustrating. I just felt the frustration from that spike.
They were like, oh man, I don't want to. I want to be in this spawn. It's like, let's do this real quick.
You're on the respawn platform, and your first instinct is, I'm gonna run off and instantly go for the downer. It worked though. It worked though.
I mean, surprise moves. You know, you have to be aware of them. Good awareness by StepCat, getting that tag to that up B was really good stuff by the Bowser player. Oh, another time. This is looking like the end of the bracket for Rabyus. He's having a lot of struggles. The Mecha Koopa just gonna fall, and that could have been an F smash. He opting for the backer, quite not converting it, but 112 for 112, and he's StepCat is only at 35% of his second stock, so he's just so comfortable now.
One jab at the ledge should actually do it for StepCat. Now I have seen Rabyus try the reflector a la couple time, but that backer is gonna seal that stock at like 70%. Such a deep backer, but still, you are at an enormous deficit as Mewtwo at this point. You kind of have to be super careful.
Yeah, anything at this point will kill. A backer will do it. That F smash for sure. But maybe I talk a little bit early, because he's just slowly getting back, slowly but steadily with that ball. That's not going to be it. Terrible spot for Rabyus, though. He's going to have to get back, and he gets back from down. From down, that's good. That's good stuff. But once again, he finds himself in a terrible spot. He's more off stage than he has been on stage. That jab could have been doing it. That's a throw, and that's going to be it. Good stuff by StepCat.
I love that face of Mewtwo when he gets forward.
It just reminds me of the you know, of the Street Fighter.
Yeah. I love it.
I don't want to be cut and put into Twitter, so I'm not gonna do it now. You know,
coward. Coward.
It won't work.
Oh man, but that was a good game.
Yeah.
Set one from StepCat, really pushing it up. I do like how Rabyus, I don't want to say kind of came back because there was still such a huge deficit, but he kind of pulled some punches of his own, especially with that backer at the edge of the stage.